Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am Cher, and today I am going to be walking you guys through the Reduit Boost Skincare Device. What is the purpose of it? How do we use it? All that stuff. I'm going to try to demonstrate it for you. I got this in my May Ipsy Icon box, and I'm just now sitting down to really try to share it with you guys. I finally got a chance to play with it, and you may be wondering, what is this thing? How do we use it? Because you may have gotten it in your Ipsy box as well if you subscribe. So I thought it would be a good video. I did do a poll out on my community tab to see if, there was interest in a full video on this versus the short that I did. And it looked like most of you did want an actual full video. So that is what you're getting. So if that interests you, make sure you pop that subscribe button, because I do like to do a lot of beauty product reviews like this and tutorials. And we do a lot of beauty boxes here on my channel, both unboxings and spoilers. I'm a professional makeup artist as well. So we do everything makeup and beauty. And then I also love to do travel vlogs. So if any of those things interest you, you don't want to miss it, pop the subscribe, stick around, and let's dig right on in. Okay, so you guys might be wondering, what the heck is this thing? A skincare device, but what do we do with it? So the Reduit Boost, this is a new, fairly new, little fandangled gadget. It's from a Swiss company. So supposedly the Swiss are very innovative with their techie gadgets and all. And it's supposed to kind of help take your skincare to the next level. So it identifies and kind of scans what skincare you're using and gives you recommendations on what settings to put on this based on that skincare. And then it's going to kind of go at a different depth to try to break through certain skincare barriers in your skin, depending on what skincare it is. If that makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense. So some of the lights that it's using, it has some LED lights built into it. So there's so many clinical findings behind different light therapy in skincare. This is a very, very coveted area within spas. People go get these treatments done for high price, and now you can do it in your home. There are a lot of different skincare devices that do light therapy, and I have talked about it before, in the Solo Wave. There's other, little skincare devices. So this is one of them too. It does have different lights. So, you have a different color that treats different things. I do want to apologize really quickly about the noise. My kids are home for the summer. I'm going to say that in every video now in the summer, that I'm going to have noisy videos. So you can hear my son giggling right now. But anyway, so for example, red light really can help a lot with collagen boosting. It really can help with fine lines and wrinkles, and blue light is actually really good for acne. So it kind of depends on what you're treating, on your face as to what light therapy you might use. So this does use all of that light therapy in the skincare device. And so, but what it's doing is it is trying to decide on what skincare you're actually using. So within your skincare, you have different things that it's treating. So say your skincare is maybe an acne treatment gel, it would probably take that into consideration and be like, okay, we're trying to treat acne here, and this is a gel, so we're going to set it. I would guess it would probably turn it to a blue light for that. You see what I'm saying? But it's going to kind of determine based on what your skincare is. So if you're using a moisturizer or a certain thing, it's going to advise you on what light you need to use, and then it's going to apply it with a certain depth depending on what it thinks it needs to get at to break through certain barriers in the skin surface. So I'm sorry about all the noises. Now the kids are running water and you can hear it. Okay, and then in addition to the light therapy, it's also doing a massage for all of this. And so it's getting in certain depth, but facial massage and the vibration like that also has clinical results in general with other skincare devices too. So facial massage can really sculpt your face. It can really help reduce swelling and that kind of thing. And if you want to go check out that video I did on the Solo Wave, you can really see the results in my face. I started off, it really reduced my puffiness. You could see that it had sculpted my face really well. So I really do encourage some kind of vibrating facial massage. So this device is giving you all that in one too. It's giving you light therapy and massage, and it's a smart device that can really like penetrate and get deep into the layers that it needs to get to in your skin. Basically a smart device. It's a smart skincare, supercharged, very smart skincare. So it's using electromagnetic technology, and it does have 8 different LED light settings in it. It actually has a lot of claims. Supposedly it will make the skincare way more effective by using this rather than with just a finger. Supposedly the hydrating moisturizers, it makes it 5 times more effective if you use this little guy rather than your finger. So that is pretty impressive. And then everything else, like your brightening agents, your anti-aging agents, antioxidants, you know, most everything else like serums and all, they claim are at least twice as effective as just using your finger. UV protection is 1.4 or 1.5% higher, I think. So a little bit more effective with more maybe things like sunscreens, but definitely a lot of your skincare serums and moisturizers is going to make it penetrate much more effectively for your skin. So that is the claims of it. Now, I have not been using this long enough to be able to tell you guys if I can verify those claims and test it out. Maybe another video. Let me know if you'd be interested, if you want me to try this for a long time and see if I notice a difference in my skin. You know, it would be a long-term video though, probably, and I'd have to think about how we test that. I can't necessarily test it clinically, but you know, just from kind of like my point of view and experience. But the purpose of this video is kind of more just to familiarize you guys with this and understand what it's for and how to use it and kind of demonstrate it. That's really the purpose of this. So that's what I wanted to do for you guys. So let me get started on showing you guys how it works. The first thing that you're going to have to do is, you know, it comes in this whole little container here, and you're just going to have to like take it apart and find all the little pieces of paper. It took me a while. This had fallen out on the floor and I didn't see it at first, because you're going to need the serial number, okay, because you got to register it first. So what you're going to do is you're going to download the app, the Reduit Boost app, and I don't know if you can use this without the app, to be honest with you, because it wants to know what skincare you're using. So you're going to need the app to tell it that, basically. So if you don't have a smartphone, I don't know that you can use this device, to be honest with you. It pretty much works off of an app. So you download the app. Once you have downloaded the app, you're going to go in and you're going to register it first and foremost. So you're going to register it to yourself, and it wants to know all about the serial number. This little piece of paper, it was basically up in here. You got to take this little circle thing out of the top of your little plastic cover part, and that's where it was at. Okay, it was hiding in there. So that's the first tip I have to give you. So you'll go through there, register everything. Once you're done registering it, then you're gonna like play around inside of the app for a little while, and you're going to go, you can create different skincare routines. So you're going to go into a profile, and you're first going to build maybe your first skincare routine, and you can call it whatever you want. It's very customizable for you. I just kind of called mine skincare routine, but you can maybe make a morning one, a night one. You can make a weekly exfoliant one, or, you know, whatever you're doing and using just, you know, at different times for your routine. And you can set up and put in the lineup of what skincare items are in there, okay? Unfortunately, though, it doesn't recognize all skincare. It kind of recognizes popular ones. Even ones that are popular, it doesn't always recognize it. So that's one drawback. That would be a negative of this that I have found. You can either scan it. So for example, I have my Elemis toner. It does know Elemis. So it pretty much has all the Elemis skincare in there. So it has to be a pretty well-known brand, first of all. If it's kind of a new brand or a mom and pop, very small brand, it might not know it. So you can either scan it, But unfortunately, I don't still have the box. You know, sometimes, like, okay, this is Face Theory that I have. I still have the box, and so I could scan it based on the barcode. But a lot of them, once you've taken it out of the box, it no longer has the barcode anywhere on your skincare. Most of them don't. So instead of scanning it, a lot of times you're probably going to have to just do a search for that item. So you're going to type in, you know, like you're going to look up LMS Rehydrating Ginseng Toner. Okay, and so within that app, it's going to either recognize it or not, and it's going to pull up that particular bottle or skincare product, and it's going to start telling you a little bit about the product. It's going to describe to you, as you can see, what level in the barrier this skincare needs. Okay, so as you can see, LMS Toner is going to be considered a moisturizer by them, even though it's a toner. And so with moisturizers, they're saying that you got to get through the first top 4 levels of the skin. Okay, so it's kind of telling you, hey, we're going to try to get through those top 4 levels. So that's the depth we're going to go at with this device. And then it's also going to tell us what color it recommends us turning it to. So if we're going to turn it to orange, as you can see down there, it recommends orange. So we're going to turn it on with this little button. It wants to connect, of course. And then we're just going to keep pushing the button until we find it. And so there's orange, okay? And it's already vibrating. So it is already vibrating. And so it's going to be a 30-second treatment. All of these are 30 seconds. I forgot to mention that each treatment, I think, is 30 seconds. So for 30 seconds after you put your skincare on, you're going to first put on the skincare. Then you're going to go over it for 30 seconds. And it's going to also tell you where to start. And it explains to us that it's going to go over each spot. There's going to be 5 general spots. It wants us to do the forehead, the left and right cheeks, the chin, and the nose. And for each of those, it's going to do 5. We're going to do 5 seconds, but it's going to give us a little buzz after 5 seconds each to switch. And so it's going to give us a total of 30 seconds for the whole treatment, if that makes sense. But it explains that to you in your particular skincare product, what it wants you to do and how to use it, what color to turn it to, and it's explaining what depth it's going to go at to make it the most efficient for that particular product. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And of course, we do all of this with a very clean and dry face. I have on makeup right now, so I'm not really doing it at the moment, but I will probably put a clip in here of me doing my skincare tonight. So you can kind of see me demonstrating it for you. I also am going to put a short out there at some point, doing a really quick step-by-step of everything as well. So I basically do that for each skincare. Unfortunately, you know, I have like 6 or 7 different products in my skincare routine right now, but it only recognized about 3 of them. So for me, I'm just kind of using the ones that it recognizes. You could possibly always just make up another one. Like if you know that you're using a moisturizer, it's probably going to do a fairly similar thing for moisturizers in general. So my tip is, if, for example, your moisturizer is not showing up in this list, put in a different moisturizer that you know is probably in there, a very popular one, and it will probably give you fairly similar readings and results, and just do that one. That's my tip. So that you're not missing out on still getting, you know, your particular moisturizer penetrating really well for you. So let's take a peek at another product just to get a feel for what it's assigning to everything. This is the Drunk Elephant F-Balm Electrolyte Water Facial Mask, and I pair it with the TLC Glycolic Night Serum. I got these as part of Beauty Boost with Ipsy. All of these Ipsy, we got some good products lately, guys. So we're gonna look this one up. It is actually considering it to be more of a UV product, and so they're saying that's more just the outer layer of the skin, and it's not even giving us a recommendation on an LED light for this one. You will notice at the bottom though, it has orange at the bottom of the little picture of it. So even though it doesn't say in there orange, I'm still going to turn it to an orange light and assume that it wants orange LED. You will notice, like, for example, when I go to a different one, I'm going to a serum that's more anti-aging, it has a red light at the bottom. So you can tell the different colors just from looking at the outside once it's in your favorites. So another example you'll see, I just went into more Elemis just because I know Elemis is there. And say like I want to use the serum. I picked, I think, a body serum, and it actually had me go in and customize based on, is this a gel or a cream? Is this the anti-aging, or is this the oil control? Like, it had different conditions and based on the skincare. And so I chose anti-aging just to see what it would do. And it did indeed pick a red light, and red light tends to definitely be for wrinkles and, you know, fine lines and all those aging things. So it is pretty consistent with what it's going to adapt to based on what your skincare, what skincare you would be choosing. And it also is going to tell you that it recommends, you know, twice daily. So it'll probably tell you like how often it wants you to do it. So perhaps let's look at an exfoliant and see what it tells us to do on an exfoliant, for example, because usually with exfoliants, you only want to do those 2 or 3 times a week. So let's see if indeed they tell us the right thing. Let's check that out. So I do notice that this chemical peel does not really tell us how often, whereas I chose Dr. Brandt's microdermabrasion, which is more of a scrub, that it does say twice a day. But some of those physical scrubs you can do more often. But that's interesting to note. So I guess it's just going to depend on the skincare, on what instructions it gives you. Okay, guys, so that really is everything to it. Also, there is, I don't know if I can get this back off, but inside here is a charger as well. So if your little gadget dies, you can charge it in that little port, get it recharged again, and then it just stays, it automatically kind of goes off after a little while when you're not using it. Yeah, I think that's really everything. Of course, this is the part that you rub on your face. And it does come with, you know, all the instructions. The instructions are up in there, so you can pull them out and read them. But that should be it. It's pretty easy now that once you know what it's for and, you know, how to use it on the app. I mean, that's the key, is getting the app, figuring out how to work with the app. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Hopefully you learned something new today, and let me know if you've been using it or if you're curious about it. Let me know if you've had any results with it, if you've been using it for a while. I've only been using it for like about a week now, trying it out, so I really can't attest to how well it's working, but I definitely have been enjoying having this, and I'm trying to be consistent about remembering to use it with my skincare at night and in the morning. So maybe I'll have an update at some point. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful for you guys. If you want to see more like this in the future, make sure that you pop that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.